Sahana vavatu Sahano bhunaktu Sahaviryam karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Narayanaya. 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 Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharyamadhyamam Asmadacharyaparyanta Vande Guru Paramparam Shrutismritipurananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashyakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaivasvataya Mrityave Brahma Vidyacharyaya Nachiketase cha. Yes. So now the last two terms are left. As I said, it describes the svarupa, the nature of that thing. Svarupa lakṣaṇam, rutam and brihat. So what is rutam? Rutam means satyam. This term has come earlier also. Rutam. Sarvatmana api san rutam avitatha svabhavaha eva. That which remains as it is. Avitatha svabhava. Tatha means what? As it is. Vitatha means what? Not as it is. Avitatha means what? You see, avitatha swabhava. That which just doesn't change. That is called as truth. The whole world is there and every change is happening. Oh, something must have happened to that Lord when He created the world. Did the Lord transform to become the world? That is called as Parinamavada. This is one among the philosophies. One philosophy is God has transformed Himself and became the world. Just milk becoming curd. So we say, no, that cannot be accepted. The Vedanta philosophy is Vivartavada. Without changing, He has become everything. How is it possible? So we say, just like the rope has become the snake. I am seeing the snake there, but did the rope become the snake? No, it's just your imagination. It is just a projection of the mind. Actually, God is avitatha. He has never changed. But my mind projects something and now I am seeing the world. So, trikaleshu tri avasthasu yat tisthati tat sat. In all the three periods of time, past, present and future, in all the three states, waking, dream and deep sleep, that which remains without changing, that is called as Sat, truth. Abadhyatvam satyatvam, that which cannot be negated, that which cannot be denied, that is called as truth. You may ignore it, but you can't deny it. Consciousness is that. Hridam. It is always there. You may pay attention, you may not pay attention. It's left up to you, but it is there. Hridam. And the next term is Brihat. What is Brihat? Mahan. Sarvakaranatvat. Great. Mahan means great. Superior most. The ultimate. So in spirituality also there is a description of what is superior. So what are the different descriptions? Anything which is the cause is superior to the effect. Cause is always superior. Parents are superior, children are inferior. So therefore children must bow down to the parents. Why? Parents are the cause, children are the effect. This truth is the ultimate cause from which everything has come. So it is worshipful. The real is superior, the illusion projected upon the real is inferior. That way also is God is great. Everything is a projection upon Him. He is the substratum, the base. So the screen is superior, the movie projected upon the screen is inferior. There is a gradation. Upon the screen of consciousness, the movie world is projected. Whatever we are seeing is just a projection. So that substratum is superior. Brihat. Outer is always inferior, the inner is always superior. Because inner controls the outer. What is outer? Sense object. One step inside, sense organs. So sense organs are superior to sense object. Sense organs are controlled by the mind. So every time you see, you are going inside. The mind is controlling the sense organs. So therefore, sense organs are, the mind is superior to the sense organs. But the mind is controlled by the intellect. So therefore, intellect is superior to the mind. But the intellect belongs to somebody, the ego. Okay, so the ego is one step inside. Ego is superior because he is the one who is controlling. But the ego exists in consciousness, the self. Ego by itself is nothing but a shadow. The real I, that is the innermost, pratyak, this is the term used, pratyak, inner. So inner, because it controls the outer, inner is always superior to the outer. So anyone who is paying attention to the inner, what happens to that person? That is the thing. And anyone who is stuck in the outer, you see, when I am getting addicted to mobile phones and this and that, what am I doing? You will find that his life becomes a mess. A person who is addicted to anything outer, his life becomes a mess. Why? Because he is weak. When we become a slave to the outer, we lose the inner. When we pay attention to the inner, we become a master of the outer. When you become a master of the outer, you become a master of your life. Correct? Yes, that is why holding on to God is the best thing you can do in life. That everything comes under your control. Your mind, your senses, your intellect, everything comes under control. Why? Because you have a hold upon the highest. Isn't it? When you have the hold upon the honor of the company, everybody will salute you, isn't it? The peon, the officers, everybody. Why? Because you have hold. Why? Yes, influence. When you have influence on the highest, the innermost, the self. So paying attention means what? Becoming friendly with somebody who is the superior most, the Lord. The one who becomes a slave of the Lord becomes a master of the world, master of the senses. One who becomes a slave of the world becomes a slave of everyone. Brihat. So, the inner is superior, the outer is inferior. And the Lord is the innermost self. So, therefore, He is the superior most. Again, the subtle is superior, the gross is inferior. Sukshma is always superior. Because Sukshma controls the Sthula. The subtle controls the gross. The subtle thoughts controls the gross speech, gross action. And they are all connected. That which is subtle will be inner. That which is subtle will be the cause. Action is the effect, thoughts are the cause. So they are all connected. And the subtlemost is consciousness. So therefore, it is worshipful. Right. That which is supported is inferior. That which is supporter is superior. God is the ultimate support. So because of all these reasons, that Lord is Mahan, Brihat, worshipful, reverential. That is why he is called as Para Prakriti, Para, superior. Apara is inferior. Okay. So therefore, what is the message? The message is, there is an entity in you which is worshipful, which is a cause of this world. The whole world is existing in Him. And that Lord is right there in your own heart, shining. Pay attention to it. This is the message. So the glory of that Lord is described in the next 3 verses. So it also gives how to meditate upon that Lord. Verse number 3, page number 234. Urdhvam pranam unnayati apanam pratyagasyati madhye vamanamasinam vishve deva upasate urdhvam pranam unnayati apanam pratyagasyati madhye vamanamasinam vishve deva upasate. Yes. So, what does this Lord do in this body, in this Puramekadashadwaram? So, meditation upon the Lord, how to do it? A beautiful technique is given. So, watch your breath. So, what is happening to this breath? There are 2 things happening, apana and prana. Urdhvam pranam unnayati. Yeah, that Supreme Lord remaining in this body. What is he doing? Urdhvam, it pushes the prana up. Unnayati, pushes. Urdhvam, upwards. Upward means what? What is the reference? Whenever you say upwards, with respect to this, it has to be upward, isn't it? What is that reference point? So Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, Urdhva means Hridayat Urdhva. Upward, with respect to the heart. With respect to the heart, it is upward. So what is that? Exhalation. So when we breathe out, what is happening to the prana? It is going out. So with respect to the heart, it is upwards. So exhalation. So exhalation. Who is doing it? Yeah, that Lord. Apanam pratyak asyati. Pratyak, inner, as I told you. Inner. Pratyak means inner. Pratyak also means down. So what are we doing when we are inhaling? So with respect to the heart, it is coming inside, downwards. Asyati. Asyati means kshipati, throwing. As means to throw. That is why astra. Astra means what? That which is thrown. The weapon that is thrown is called astra. That weapon which is held in the hand and fought, that is called a shastra. Astra and shastra. Don't think both are same. There is a difference. That which you throw. Arrow is astra. Gada is shastra. Anyway, coming back. Apanam pratyagasyati. That Lord who makes you. So the inhalation is called apana, exhalation is called prana. You see the term used, pranam, apana. That which goes within is called apana, that which goes out is called prana. Prana, apana, inhalation, exhalation. Now see, this is one sample given, okay, how to meditate. So what do you do when you meditate? Sit in silence, close your eyes, observe what is happening in your body. That is the first step. So in this case, observe your breath. It's going out, coming in, going out, coming in. So what is the first step? The first step is just paying attention. Okay. Just pay attention to your breathing. Okay. So as you are paying attention, you will find that the mind has to withdraw from the world, all the extroverted activities, it has to withdraw, otherwise you can't pay attention. That is the first step, easiest step. Very easy it is. There is a movement, there is a physical action, it is a gross action. Paying attention to anything gross is very easy. Just pay attention to your breath. As you are just paying attention, paying attention, paying attention, paying attention, what happens to the mind? Peaceful. Now what you have to do? Naturally the question comes, what am I doing? Wasting time. I could have done something better. Don't encourage that thought. Ask this question. Everything is happening so perfectly. I am alive. How am I alive? I am alive because so many things are happening so perfectly in the body. Heart is beating. Kidney is functioning. Liver is functioning. Blood circulation is happening. You are paying attention to all the, all the sensations in the body. Heartbeat, there is a sensation. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Everything is functioning well. Am I responsible? Ask this question. Am I doing it consciously, beating the heart? No. I am not doing anything. I am a nobody. I am nothing. Puncture the ego. First step. Will the intellect object? No. Intellect say, yeah, really I don't do anything. It's very convincing. You see, first step, paying attention. Second step, puncturing the ego. What is your role in keeping yourself alive? Nothing. I'm a nobody. Yes. The auspicious beginning of learning, the auspicious beginning of meditation happens in that fertile ground of egolessness, of humility. That's the first step. If you want to know anything worth, first become egoless, humble. So this meditation should make you humble. I am a nobody. Correct. Urdhvam pranam unnayati. Apanam pratyagasyati. So everything is perfectly happening in this body. And I have no role to play. I say I am a great man, a self-made man. Fool you are. All your achievements, can it be there without this heart functioning? Without this digestion happening, blood circulation happening, everything is happening, therefore you could do something. Puncture the ego. Puncture it. Become a nobody in your own eyes. Now, another thought flow you take up. Line of thinking. If everything is functioning so well, there has to be an intelligent principle. That is the law of this world. Nothing happens as an accident. There has to be some intelligent principle if there is perfect functioning of anything. Correct. As an inference. The moment you are careless, things go wrong. That is the nature of this world. So if there is something perfectly happening, there was never a time when the heart did not beat. There was never a time when the breathing stopped. Even when I was asleep, breathing was continuing. So I cannot say that I am consciously breathing, therefore I am alive. Even when I am not there, I am breathing. What a mechanism. So there has to be an intelligent principle. There is a conscious, sentient entity consciously keeping me alive. With all alertness, with all vigilance, with all care, with all love. There is some entity which is keeping me alive. Who is he? See the next line. Madhye Vamanam Asinam. There is a Lord. Where is he? Asinam. He is seated. Where? Madhye. Madhye means what? Hridaya Pundarika Akashe. In the heart space. Hridaya Pundarika. Pundarika means lotus. In the lotus heart. Why is it lotus? Lotus means perfection. He's seated in that perfect heart, in that space. And that is why you have all these, gods and goddesses standing or sitting on lotus. They are all the concepts coming from Upanishads only. Lotus means perfection. God is perfect. What is the perfection of lotus? In the dirty water, it brings out fragrance. From the dirty water, it brings out honey. From the dirty water, it brings out beauty. That is perfection. No complaining, no grumbling. In the most unconducive environment, here is a flower which is bringing out everything perfect, beautiful, fragrant, auspicious. And also the lotus always opens to the light, close to darkness. That is also perfection. Ever open to everything good and auspicious in the world, ever close to everything bad, inauspicious. When the light comes, it is open. When the darkness comes, it is closed. That's how our mind also should be. There are good things in this world, blossom yourself. When bad things, close yourself. You see? That is the beauty of lotus. So every divinity is connected with lotus. Okay, so that Lord is seated in the heart and is patiently doing. You see, when that heart is beating, what do you see in that heartbeat? What do you see? Don't say, it is the nature of heart to beat only. Just like it is the nature of fire to show heat. Just like it is the nature of the sugar to be. In the same way, it is the nature. Gone you are. Why unnecessarily bring God into picture? That is the nature. Just like the water is flowing from higher to the lower, it's his nature. Why are you bringing God? Gone you are. You have killed yourself. There was such a great possibility to develop devotion for God. You see, the way an atheist analyzes life and a way the devotee analyzes life. In both of them, heart is functioning. The one brushes it aside as a mere happening in the nature. Another one sees as an opportunity to become humble, to become grateful. Oh Lord, even when I am not paying attention to you, you are paying attention to me. Oh Lord, even when I am busy with the world, you are there constantly like a mother, paying attention to me. Total attention to me. Lovingly taking care of me. Keeping me alive. Even when I am asleep, you are constantly working. This is the way you have to see. Oh Lord, what a wicked, crooked fellow I am. Stone-hearted fellow I am. Here is you who is day and night working to keep me alive. And here am I. all the time ignoring you, busy with all silly things, unimportant things, filthy things of the world, not even saying a thanks to you, not even grateful to you. Oh Lord, such a stone-hearted, crooked fellow I am. How can I ever ask for liberation? This is the way you have to meditate. You see? I am sorry, O Lord. I have no love for you. What question I have? Bhagavan, how can I love you? Is it a question to be asked? Here is there somebody who is loving you unconditionally. Here is there someone who is paying attention to you 24/7. Here is someone who is concerned about you, keeping you alive, giving you more and more opportunities to evolve and become one with Him. Such a Lord is working day and night, and I am not paying attention. You see how cruel we are? Yes or no? We are very, very cruel. And the price we pay for this ingratitude, the price we pay for this cruelty is bondage. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. There is a price. It's a heavy price. Remember. All our suffering is because we are born. And we are born because we are doing something greatly sinful. It's a great sin that somebody is loving you so much, doing everything for you, ever with you, paying attention, and you are ignoring. Don't search for Ravana and Hiranyakashipu outside. I am the one. I am the one. So cruel, heartless, ungrateful. See, that is the way this verse has to be read. Madhye vamanam asinam, urdhvam pranam unnayati, apanam pratyakasyati. Here is a Lord who is keeping everything. There are infinite number of things happening in the body, and here is a Lord who says, you don't worry about anything, I will look after everything. Everything I will look after, you don't worry. Your job, just remember me at least. Once in a while, say a thank you. We say, which God? I don't believe. This is our attitude. What a sin, what a sin. So here when it is said, urdhvam pranam unnayati apan, that is just one, na? Everything else you have to say. Liver is functioning, kidney is functioning, blood circulation is happening, digestion is happening, excretion is happening, body is nourished. Inside he is taking care, outside he is preparing food also for you. That also it is not mine. He is taking care so beautifully, like a father and mother. Never be an atheist. That's an absolutely wrong way of thinking, ungrateful way. Madhye vamanamasina. Vamanam, what is the meaning? Sambhajaniyam. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says. What is vamanam? Not just bhajaniyam. Samyak bhajaniyam. Bhajaniyam means worshipful. Absolutely worshipful. Sambhajaniyam. Madhye asinam. He is there in the heart. Why is he worshipful? Vishve deva upasate. All the devatas are worshipping him. What do you mean devatas? Now don't think of some devata. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says Vishwe means sarve. Vishwe means sarve. All the devatas. Who are these devatas? So devaha means chakshuradayaha pranaha. All these indriyas, the sense organs are called devatas. And the prana also. They are all the devatas. Why are they called devatas? Deva means diva. Diva means to illumine. anything which illumines something to you, that's called a deva. The eyes illumine form and color. The ears illumine sound. So that which illumines, gives knowledge, that's called as devatas. So the indriyas, the mind, the pranas, they are all devatas. And what are these devatas doing? They are just worshipping that Lord, seated in the heart. We are not worshipping, but they are worshipping. How are they worshipping? So a beautiful thing is said here. Virupadi vijnanam balim upaharantaha visha iva rajanam upasate. Beautiful example. You see, in the olden days, the kings, when they rule the kingdom, all the business people, Vaishyas, what do? Whenever they go to some country, etc., they bring upahar, gift to the king. The best thing, whatever they have, they give it for the king. And they offer it at his feet. Yes or no? Kings, you will find that. Why is it? So that they will get some, so it is easy for them to do business in that kingdom. The king can do so many things for the business people. He can evade tax for them, give some land, help him, construct his whatever, business, etc. So therefore all these business people, they come and keep on giving offerings to the king. In the same way, these eyes, what are they doing? They bring the form and the color and offer it. To whom? To the Lord who is seated. The eyes are bringing upahara of color and form. The ears are bringing what? Sound. Everybody in total obedience, in total reverence. Prana, what is prana doing? Prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. All the functions happening in the body, efficiently they are doing it. Why? Here is a Lord, King. You have to strictly obey Him. We should never disobey Him. They have a lot of reverence. And if you see the functioning of the body, they are perfect, most efficient. Till the body dies, as much as they have energy, they are doing it to keep the body healthy. Yes or no? You see? Then you say, today is a Sunday, let me take rest. No. That is the way the bodily functions are happening. So Vishve Deva Upasa, they are worshipping that Lord who is seated in the heart. You see, with this feeling, you must sit for meditation. Understood? Many times people say, Swamiji, I also sit. I observe breath. Nothing happens. Very boring, Swamiji. It will be boring. With this feeling, you have to do it. The heart is filled with love, filled with gratitude, humility. Oh Lord, I am a nobody. You are doing so much and I am doing nothing. Still you love me. Still you are keeping me alive. I am so ungrateful and still you are keeping me alive. This is called as Karuna Sagar, ocean of compassion. And this way you must fill your heart. Then what will become? Your heart will become avakrachetas, pure heart. And that pure heart you clearly feel, intuitively experience. What? That presence of consciousness. The only perfect instrument necessary is a pure heart. You clearly experience a different entity in this body, supporting this body, different from the body, ruling the body, keeping the body alive, that consciousness. Your heart must cooperate. If you directly enter into witnessing and all that, nothing will happen. Before witnessing, you have to prepare the mind. And preparation of the mind is through such noble emotions. This way you have to meditate. Okay? Madhye Vamanamasinam Vishve Deva Upasate. All these devatas are worshipping that Lord. Why they worship? There is another reason. See the next verse. Page number 235. Asya visramsamanasya sharirasthasya dehinaha dehat vimucyamanasya kimatra parishishyate etat vaitat asya visramsamanasya sharirasthasya dehinah dehat vimucyamanasya kimatra parishishyate etat vaitat. Etat vaitat, this indeed is that, Nachiketa. You have been asking something, isn't it? Yeah, this is the one. It is there. Nachiketa's question was this: O Lord, is there something in this body which never decays, which is beyond karma and karma phala, which is unaffected by the past, present and future, which is different from the body? Is there something which is beyond the three, bodies, sukshma, sthula, karana, shariras? Is there something? Etat vaitat, this is that, Nachiketa. Etat, this is tat, that. That means which you have asked. So why is this Lord so important in this body? The moment this Lord exit this body, the body is gone. That is a proof. And that is why all the devatas are worshipping this entity. Vishve deva upasate. Why? Because those devatas have existence only till this Lord is residing this body. The moment the Lord exit the body, devatas also gone. So they worship. Our existence is because of His existence. So what he said here, asya visram samanasya sharirasthasya dehinah. This Lord, this pure consciousness, this Supreme Self, sharirastha, when he is seated in the body, stha means to get seated. Stha, where is he seated? Sharirastha, seated in the body. And now what is his role? Dehinah, he is a dehi, the possessor of the body. So when consciousness possesses this body, remains in this body, identifies with this body. So consciousness identified with the body is called Jivatma. Yes. So as long as the Jivatma is there in the body, that is the meaning. Sharirasthasya dehinah. Everything is fine. But the moment, visram samanasya. Visram samana means detaching, loosening, separating. The moment this Jivatma exits the body, vimucyamanasya. Vimuchya means muchya, freeing. When this Jivatma frees himself from this body, separates from this body. This Jivatma is, remember, none other than Paramatma only. What is the relation between Jivatma and Paramatma? Ignorant Paramatma is Jivatma. Ignorant Paramatma is called Jivatma. Paramatma with wrong notion is called Jivatma. Ignorant means what? Correct? Paramatma with body identification is called Jivatma. Right. Now, Paramatma with wrong notion. Will it stop being Paramatma? Paramatma with wrong notion. Will it stop being Paramatma? No! In reality, it's Paramatma only. Just because a wrong notion has crept in, of course, we may use the term Jivatma, but actually it is still Paramatma only. That is why in this verse, Jivatma is not used, Paramatma only is used. When Paramatma exits the body, actually what is exiting? Jivatma. But here that term itself is not used. How does it matter whether Jivatma knows himself or not? The reality is Jivatma is always Paramatma. So therefore, if you see this verse, the moment Paramatma exits the body, Vimuchya manasya, Visramsa manasya, when it detaches from the body, what happens? Kimatra parishishyate. What remains? What is there? Nothing. What happens to the body? Disintegrates. Becomes one with the five elements. Nothing remains. As long as he is there, everything is fine. The moment he goes, everything is gone. So therefore, what is the most important thing? He, the Lord. Madhye Vamanamasinam. So pay attention to him. That's the whole idea. Never ignore him. No. One person asks, no, I am alive because I am breathing. Fool. You are not alive because you are breathing. He is there, that is why you are breathing. You see, many times, you don't know which is the cause and which is the effect. That is the next verse. Verse number 5. Page number 237. Na pranena na apanena martyo jivati kaschana itarena tu jivanti yasminnetavupashritau na pranena na panena martyo jivati kaschana itarena tu jivanti yasminnetavupashritau na pranena na apanena na pranena na apanena martyo jivati kaschana martyah kaschana martyah. All of us, the mortals, how are we alive? Na pranena na apanena. It is not that you are alive because you are inhaling and exhaling. So these are the, the statements made by the atheists. Because these things are there, I am alive. Why are you bringing God into picture? Because these things are happening, therefore I am alive. Why are you unnecessarily? Very clear. Scriptures know, Shruti Mata knows what are the doubts is these. So that statement is na pranena apanena. It is not because the prana apana is there, therefore you are alive. Then itarena tu jivanti. It is because of something else, because of which you are alive. Yasmin etau upasritau. It is because of that these two are functioning. Ashrayam. What is the ashraya for pana? What is that? Prana and apana. Ashrayam is this entity. Because this entity is there, breathing is happening. Don't say because breathing I am alive. No. As long as this entity is there, everything will be there. The moment this entity goes, nothing will be there. There can be so many superficial reasons you will find. I am alive because I am breathing. I am alive because this is happening. I am alive because heart is functioning. They are all superficial reasons. The real reason is, He is there, therefore everything is happening, therefore you are alive. Therefore, why all this discussion? Pay attention to Him. Anushtanam's explanation, this is going on. What is Anushtanam? Dhyanam. What Dhyanam? Savijnana Purvakam Dhyanam. Know the glory of consciousness. Then pay attention to Him. With all reverence, pay attention to Him. With all devotion, pay attention to Him. With all humility, pay attention to Him. With all gratitude, pay attention to Him. When should you pay attention? Remember 8th chapter. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmarayudhya. Now Swamiji, to pay attention, which is better, morning or evening? Every time. 1 hour I will pay attention, Swamiji. Then I am busy with work. Bhaiya, even when you are working. See the instruction? Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanusmara. Remember me. When? Sarveshu kaleshu. Yudhyacha. And then perform your duties. So as you are performing your duty, another part of the mind should always be aware of this truth. I am doing this because somebody is keeping me alive. I am doing this because somebody is keeping me inspired. I am doing this because somebody is creating a conducive environment for me, because of which I am able to fulfill my family duties, because of which I am able to fulfill my professional duties. My prostration unto Him. You see, this is the attitude. So when the whole life is a life of worship, life of gratitude, so whatever karma I do, whatever actions I do, it should be as a worship unto Him. You see. So the whole life becomes a life of worship. Sarveshu kaleshu. In Hinduism, we don't believe in Sunday church, Friday mosque, I told you. Sarveshu. The more the better, the more the better. And the more and more you are doing it, slowly, slowly that becomes a habit. And anything that which becomes a habit becomes effortless, becomes spontaneous, becomes natural. Repeated practice, that is called as anushthanam. The more and more you do, the more and more it becomes effortless. The more and more become it effortless, even in the trying times, it is there. What is a trying time? Prana prayana samaye kapha vata pittaihi kantha avarodhana vidhau smaranam kutaste. Bhagavan, at the time of death, remembering you is very difficult. Prana prayana samaye, when that prana is leaving the body. Dehad vimuchya manasya. When the prana is leaving the body, kapha vata pittaihi, due to kapha, vata and pitta. Kapha, phlegm. Vata, wind. Pitta, bile. Kantha avarodhana vidhau. When the voice gets choked, when I am helpless, miserable, full of pain. Smaranam kutaste. How can I remember you? But there is a way. What is the way? Repeated practice, 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 practice. What is the practice? Paying attention. That is called as Ishvara Smaranam, Bhagavat Smaranam. Paying attention is nothing but remembering. They are all different terms, but it is the same thing. You just remember that He is there. You remember His presence. You recollect His presence. Pay attention to His presence. Make it a habit. When you make it a habit, what happens? One part of the mind is dealing with the world. Another part of the mind is holding on to that permanent. So you are ever connected to the permanent. Remember, you need not be disconnected from the permanent to fulfill your responsibilities in the impermanent realm. This is a wrong notion we have. Unless I am disconnected, how can I connect? No. It is possible. Mind has that ability. Bhagavan will never ask us to do something which is impossible. Just like one part of the mind is always in touch with the reality that I am a man, I am a human being. Another part of the mind is fulfilling the rest, isn't it? I never forget that I am a man or a woman. I am a human being. I am always knowing it in the same way. God is there. He is the higher self in me. He is the essence in me. I am here to please Him. Let these emotions of gratitude and humility ever be there. This doesn't come with now and then meditation. Again and again, again and again, again and again. This is a price you have to pay. Constant vigilance, alertness. Then what happens? At the time of death, remembrance of God becomes natural, effortless. Of course, while living itself, you start reaping the benefits. It's not that only at the time of death. Death is the ultimate test. But there are small tests, so many tests, What happens is with this practice, you will never feel lonely. Many of them have not come here because Thanksgiving. What is Thanksgiving? Swamiji, children, grandchildren. When they come, full of joy. When they leave, 2 days. You see, when you do this sadhana, Yogarato va bhogarato va sangarato va sangavihina yasya brahmani ramate chittam nandati nandati nandateva. You see, nandati, nandati, nandati. I am not alone. God is with me. How can I be alone? He is always there. What is the proof? Look, heart is beating. He is there. Look, awareness is there. Consciousness is there. He is there. What greater proof is needed? You are never alone. You are ever in a blissful, sacred, divine company of the Lord. You see, that is called as vimukta, liberated even while living. This is liberation. This is freedom. Mastery over the mind, peaceful mind, obedient sense organs, freedom from all negativities, negative emotions, freedom from loneliness, freedom from stress, worry, anxiety. This is called real freedom, moksha. Okay. Right. Now, the Lord takes up another topic. What is the topic? How did this Paramatma become the Jivatma? Nice topic. Tomorrow we'll see that. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhave Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.